Hey guys, it's Molly Hagan, and I'm going to again be recording my discussion response, this time for discussion three. I'm very grateful for the introduction to Dr. Roberts. I am still reading Shattered Bonds, the required reading for graduate students, written by her, and just have a lot of respect for the work that she's done and still continues to do. I don't totally agree with the extreme language terminology that she uses as far as like abolishing or complete dismantling of the child welfare system, because I still believe it does play an important role in our modern day society. But I do appreciate that maybe that extreme terminology is what is needed in order to implement change or motivate change. I believe that we can make a lot of progress by implementing other preventative programs, and over time, measuring those statistics in comparison to the disparities from the child welfare system, and hopefully justify much more funding into the preventative versus the current. I appreciated the letter by the BPDA to the Biden-Harris administration. I agree with repealing the Family First Prevention Services. It definitely should be more available as a real preventative service for all, not just for those that have been that have a case pending. I agree with income resources being allocated more towards the youth that were in foster care, especially those that are aging out, redirecting the funds, a lot of the funding from the adoption / foster families directly to these youth, assumably when they really need it most, as they're aging out and becoming young adults, as a preventative measure from them losing hope or just falling through the cracks, and as the letter states or continually points out, ends up in the prison system, end up incarcerated. I'm not sure about repealing the Adoption and Safe Families Act. I just don't have enough information, because I can really understand both sides, the need for earlier termination of parental rights so that the child can kind of move forward in the system, and presumably in a healthier, more stable environment, continue their natural development. But then again, that's a heavy sentence, the termination of a parental's right. So also don't want that to be rushed through. So I'm not totally sure about all the details on that. As I continued reading the letter to the administration, and also agree that children should not be incarcerated as adults. I'm very familiar with Brian Stevenson's work, and it's pretty sickening that these children, still underdeveloped children, are being tried as adults. And I also agree that voting rights for those that are integrating back into society after serving prison sentences should be restored, as well as looking into more clean slate initiatives, as records can really be a huge hindrance in an adult's attempt to not end up back in prison. The LA Progressive article, I thought it was really, I really enjoyed reading it. I definitely agree that there should be better training and modifications to the Mandated Report Act. I understand it, but I can also understand it carries so much weight as soon as you do that report, as soon as you report something, and it's coming from so many different perspectives. And as the letter points out, or as the article points out, questionable perspectives based on an individual's intersectionalities or their biases, their racial or class biases that they might have, and how there needs to be much more training done on this as a preventative way to overwhelm the child welfare system, or at least slow the foster care pipeline. I also really enjoyed some of the other articles that the professor posted, specifically the parent cafe idea. If you didn't, or organization, if you didn't get a chance to look at it, look it up. It's in, I think it's in under Module 3. And it's a great example of what preventative measures look like. And it looks like a really awesome program. So, yeah, I need to keep diving through. I haven't looked through all of them yet, but I really just wanted to highlight that as I keep mentioning for preventative programs. That is a great example of one of them. So anyway, thank you again for all the information, Professor, and thank you. Bye.